spinning technique. So in this class, we're going to complete with the dry spinning, so that the spinning topics will be covered by today. Okay. So as itself, we've been told these spinning methods have been basically used in order to develop the fibers. Okay. So which we're going to use for the 3D printing machine. That's the raw material for the 3D printing machine. So in order to develop these fibers, there are different techniques. Okay. So in this different techniques in your syllabus, there's 3 important types. So one is the dry spinning, wet spinning, and the other one is the melt spinning. So for the examination point of view, at least any one will be there for the 10 marks. Okay. So with a neat sketch, you guys have to explain the spinning process along with the advantages and the disadvantages. So in this case, let us see what exactly the dry spinning process, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages over here. Okay. So in this case of dry spinning, there is the polymer will be there. At the same time, the solvent will be there. Okay. So these are the different types of polymers which we're going to use in the dry spinning process. Okay. So this is the solvent in which is going to mix with the solvent. So yeah, the solvent may be acetone, it may be methyl chloride. So like this. Okay. So these are the polymers and the solvents in the dry spinning process. So dry spinning is basically a form of a spinning process that is used to form a polymeric fibers from the solution. Okay. So solution in the sense as I've been told over here. Okay. So it consists of both the polymers and the solvent has been mixed over here. Okay. So as the polymer and the solvent has been mixed over here in order to form out the solution. Okay. So when both the things have been mixed together, that will form the solution. Okay. So through this solution, we're going to form the polymeric fibers. Okay. So that's how the procedure. So the polymer is dissolved in a volatile solvent, as I've been told. So what are the different types of polymer in the dry spinning? What are different types of solvent in the dry spinning process? Okay. As the polymer has been dissolved in the solvent. Okay. So we're going to develop the solution. Getting that solution has been pumped through the spinneret with the help of a pump. Getting so after it's been passed through the spinneret, I'm going to show how the fibers will be coming out over there. Okay. So at the end of the things, air has been used to evaporate the solvent that is present in the fibers. So let us see the working condition over here. So initially in this case, the solvent will be there. Okay. So we're going to mix out the polymer over here. As the polymer has been mixed inside the solvent. Okay. The polymer and the solvent has been mixed together over there. Okay. So as it mixed together, it's going to form the solution. Getting? So that is the solution. Okay. So next, with the help of a spinning pump. Okay. With the help of the spinning pump. So it has been pulled down from the device. Okay. With the help of spinning pump, the solution has been spinned out over there to the spinning nozzle. So this is the spinneret. Okay. So with the help of this spinning pump, this solution has been brought from one stage to the another stage over here. As it comes to the spinning nozzle. Okay. It is also called as a spinneret. Okay. So in the spinning nozzle, we're going to have the small holes as it has been shown in the last class. So it's like how in the shower the water droplets will be coming out. Okay. So in the same manner, the solution has been brought in terms of small fibers through the solution. Okay. So after that, what happens? The solidification of the solvent will be done. So what is the solidification? The liquid will be converted into the solid inside the spinner jet, and the solid fibers will be coming out over here. Okay. So as it comes over here, we're going to have the evaporation over here. So whatever the solvent has been mixed with the fiber, the solvent is going to be evaporated over here. Getting? So as it evaporated over here, it has been drawn with the help of the stretching rollers. Okay. With the help of the rollers, the fibers has been drawn over there, and it has been gone for the packing unit or as the winding unit. So this is how the process flow chart of the dry spinning process. So initially we're going to feed the polymer into the solvent. We're going to get the solution. That solution has been it has been metered extrusion with the help of the pump. After that, the pump it has been passed out into the spinneret. After that, it's going to solidification will be done. Solidification means conversion from liquid to solid. So after that, the evaporation of the fibers will be done. So after that, the yarn has been drawn and it's been packaging and it has been ready over here. Okay. So this is the working condition of the dry spinning process. So you guys can able to refer any type of textbook over here. Okay. So the ultimately the outcome will remains the same. The working procedure will remains the same. So this is the schematic view of the dry spinning process. So in this dry spinning process, this is the flow chart. So if you're going to keep in mind with this important flow chart, so you guys can able to explain easily in your own words along with the diagram. So what are the advantages of using this dry spinning compared to the other method? Okay, so it is suitable for heat sensitive polymers. Even for the heat sensitive polymers, we can able to use this dry spinning process. So the post spinning operation is simple. Once the fibers we're going to get, okay, the post operation will be simple in the dry spinning process. So high spinning speeds can be achieved easily. The faster the fibers we can able to get by using this dry spinning process. So it is actually the flexible process. The dry spinning process is the flexible process where we're going to get the dense fibers. So no need to wash the fibers in case of dry spinning because it has been automatically the solvent is going to be evaporated from the fibers. But that is not the case in case of the wet spinning process. Okay. So with the help of chemical means we have to remove the solvent in case of the wet spinning process. But that thing has been not required in the dry spinning process. So the main drawbacks of this dry spinning process is the investment, the initial cost will be high for the setup process, okay, and it is been a bit a slow process also, okay, and difficult to achieve the exact cross section of the fibers. So in other words, the exact dimensions of the fibers in terms of diameters. So toxic and risk of explosion will be there in case of the dry spinning process. The heat input is very high, so can be used for the staple fiber production. So these are some of the disadvantages of the dry spinning process. So if you take any spinning process, there will be both advantages as well as the disadvantages will be present. So these are the polymers which have been. These are the polymers, the different types of polymers that has been used in the dry spinning process, and these are different types of solvents which we're going to use in the dry spinning process. So these is about the spinning process. So in the last class we have been studied clearly. So what is the spinning process? What is the melt spinning process? I've been shown the flow chart and I've been explained the melt spinning process in the last class itself. So this is how it's going to be work. So we've been told the advantages and disadvantages. Next we have been gone through the wet spinning process. So we have been shown out the diagrams for you guys, and I've been explained the wet spinning process. And in this class we have been seen the dry spinning process. Okay. So these are the three important types of spinning process that is very important for the examination point of view. In almost in all the papers, at least one has been repeated a number of times over here. So this is about the dry spinning process. So next I'm going to show another presentation, the comparisons of the three different spinning process. So these are the differences between the melt spinning, dry spinning, and the wet spinning process over here. Okay. So you guys can able to note down these differences. Everyone note down the differences. Very important for the examination point of view. So note down the differences. Everyone note down the differences between the three different types of spinning process. So in this case, the production of fibers, okay, production fiber type, okay. So in case of the melt spinning process, it is both the filament and staple, okay. So filament means the long thread-like structure, okay. Staple means the small parts, the cut parts of the fibers. So there's the difference between the filament and the staple, okay. So filament means the long thread-like structure. So whereas the staple means the small filament has been cut for the desired length. So note down the differences, very important for the examination point of view. The difference is very important. Everyone kindly note on the 3 different types of spinning differences. Kindly make it fast. Is it finished? Is it finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to compare the 3 different spinning technique, so these are the some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages of each type of spinning process, okay. So if you take the production fiber type, okay, the filament and staple, as I've been told, filaments means the long thread-like structures. Staple means the small length structures. Okay. So in case of the melt spinning, both the filament, the long as well as the short fibers can able to be done. But in case of the dry spinning, only long spinning can able to be done over here. So in the wet spinning, both the long as well as short fibers can able to make. So productivity has been high in case of the melt spinning as well as the dry spinning, but it's been low in case of the wet spinning due to the chemical intersection over there. Okay, we have to remove out the things chemically. So investment cost for the melt spinning is low for the melt, high for the dry spinning, and low for the wet spinning. So the solvent has been not required for the melt spinning process because so in case of the melt spinning, so we're going to use only for the thermoplastic parts. Okay, where the temperature has been less for the parts. So for those parts, the melt spinning has been used. So for the dry spinning, we have to go for the volatile organic solvent. So in the case of the wet spinning, both we need organic as well as the inorganic solvent. So environmental, as in case of the melt spinning, it is non-toxic. In other words, it is not that much danger. Okay. So whereas the other two techniques are been toxic. So the heat of spinning is high in case of the melt. So very high in case of the dry, and it's been low in the wet spinning. So the spinning is the spinning speed of the three different types of techniques. So these are spinneret holes. Okay. So the spinneret have been shown in the shower how the droplets will be forming. So like that, the spinneret holes will be there. Is a number of holes in the spinneret. So these are the examples of what type of polymers can able to be done. What type of fibers can able to be done in these three different techniques. Okay. So if you take the melt spinning, it has been basically used for the glass fibers and the polyester fibers. Okay. So whereas in case of the dry spinning, it's been used by PVC and the PVA fibers. So and whereas in case of the wet spinning, it's been used for so armide and the acrylic and the monoacryl fibers. So these are the different types of the difference between the three different techniques which has been used to develop the fibers that has been developed artificially. And so this is about the thing. So I guess I've written the diagram. So these are the three different techniques in one small presentation. So the first one is the melt spinning. The second one is the dry spinning. So the third one is the wet spinning. Okay. So depending upon the need, we can able to select any one type of spinning process depending upon the application over here. Okay. So if it is a plastic, thermoplastic material, we will be moving for the first one is the melt spinning process. Okay. So compared to other two, it is having a lot of advantages, but it has been limited for only certain type of plastic materials. Getting? So each one having their own advantages as well as their own disadvantages. Okay, in this slide we can able to show. So the three different spinning techniques in one single slide. Okay, the diagrams. So this is what the three different spinning process. So like this is one small diagram. Okay. So from the spinneret, how the fibers will be pulled out by the rollers. Okay. So this much depends upon the diameter of the spinneret. So we're going to get the thread-like structure. You guys can able to see in this presentation. So how it has been drawn into the wires. Getting? So this is about the spinning process. So which we have been discussing for the last three classes, the different types of the spinning process. Okay. So in other words, the spinning is nothing but the specialized form of extrusion. Extrusion means we have to elongate the structures. Getting? We're going to elongate out the structures, and these are the different types of spinning technique. So we have completed this particular important topics. In the next class, we will be moving for the next important topics over here. Okay. So let us wait for some time we're going to take out the alternatives, and I'm going to preparing your quiz questions. Okay, so shortly, okay, by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'm going to give the quiz questions. So in the assignment section in the MS Teams, okay, you guys have to answer according to that. Okay, just the multiple choice questions. Okay, so you guys have to tick whichever the answer has been correct according to you. You have to tick it, and you guys have to resubmit it. Okay, so we're going to conduct the quiz by in the next class, or else by day after next class. So within these 2 days, we're going to complete the quiz one. So after that, for every 15 days, the quizzes will be conducted in the sessions.